that great karaoke scene where Britney's character Lucy first sings in public, the song on the jukebox, so to speak, is a 1981 hit by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, I Love Rock and Roll. And designer Wendy Schechter created wonderful 80s inspired costumes for this scene. I'm Taryn Manning, and I played Mimi in Crossroads. This is Jackie Denning, an actress and clothing designer from LA, and we're gonna show you how to make these shirts at home.
We're gonna show you how to make two different kinds of t-shirts today. The first is the black cutoff t-shirt like Britney wears in the movie. Now normally the look starts with a late 70s style t-shirt with armhole seams that slant towards your neck like this.
So you might find this style with various colors and logos, but black ones are hard to find, so we'll show you how to get the same look with an ordinary black t-shirt, okay?
Begin with a shirt that fits well, not too loose since we're gonna be cutting the armholes out. I bought iron-on letters at a craft store and I just added them to look like Britney's shirt in the movie. Next we're gonna cut off the sleeves, the bottom, and the neck hole.
So you might want to try this shirt on and mark where you want to cut it so you can make sure that it's
the right size for you?
Yeah, the right size for you.
A white crayon works really great.
All right, so now we're gonna cut off the sleeves and we're gonna cut the bottom off and then we're gonna cut a line down the center.
I usually fold the bottom up to the top. That helps give you an instant
I love
ruler
this part.
to keep your cut straight.
Now the sleeves go next?
Sleeves are next.
How far away from the seam should I cut?
A half an inch.
Half an inch?
Yes.
Right,
it's usually about the width of your
head.
finger. If you just let your finger down, that should be about the right width.
Oh, cool. The last cut is down the center of the shirt, so.
Great place to find the center is to fold it in half.
Oh, great idea. So there we go. So now you have all the different cuts, the bottom, the top, and the sleeve. So what, we're ready to start studding it?
Yes.
Excellent.
These are pearl studs that you can buy in any craft store. We're using size 40.
You can use
just a butter knife.
a butter knife, which you can find in your own home.
Be careful while you're using the studs. They have very sharp points. Adult supervision is definitely recommended with small children.
Definitely. So we start with the collar, you think?
Uh-huh. You make sure that the t-shirt is right side up. Just take one stud, press it through the fabric, set it down on any hard surface. Be careful not to poke yourself, because it takes a little bit of leverage. And then you just use the back side of the butter knife to press each prong toward the center.
And there you have it. Look at that. A finished retro t-shirt just like Britney's in the movie. I want to try this on. Can I try this on?
Yeah.
I'm going to go try this on and see how it fits, okay? I'll be back.
Okay.
So here it is, all done, ready to go. How do I look?
Fabulous.
Yeah?
Great.
Cool, I feel like Britney.
Now once you try it on, you can adjust the neckline. You can trim this a little bit if it's a little too long.
So you can just totally customize it to you, right?
Yes, exactly.
So here we go. You
Terrific.
can look this good. But you know what? Actually, I'm gonna put on the shirt that I wore because that's the one that I love. So I'll see you right back. So this is the shirt that I wore in the movie Crossroads. This is my character shirt right here.
Aw, it's great. And we're gonna make a combination of this shirt and the one that Kit wore in the movie, which is back here, the lion with the rhinestones. Here's a sample, which is what we're gonna go for today.
I see a combination of that shirt and this shirt.
Yes.
That'll be cool.
You should start with a t-shirt that's a little bit too big for you, a little bit loose at the sides, because we're gonna cut away a lot of the fabric on the edges, and that's gonna make it smaller when you're finished. This one's a bit big, so we're gonna cut a lot of it away.
And what do I do first?
Neckline.
Cut away the neckline?
Yes.
Do I cut under the seam or above it?
It depends on how tight the neck hole is. If it's really small, I would say just cut away the whole thing.
Okay.
If it's relatively big, then cut just above it, right above the seam.
Okay.
The look in the 80s was a lot of concert t-shirts, black concert t-shirts. But you can find shirts in the mall in a lot of different stores with animal prints. I got this one at an Indian store. You stretch this out a little bit just to make it a little distressed looking.
So after you cut off the top of the neck, you're gonna measure 2 inches from the neck and then cut away.
To create your sleeve, to start with your sleeve. Now once you've done one side, just like the trick that we did with Britney's shirt, is to use this as a pattern on the other side to make sure that it matches.
Ah.
So I would lay this on the other side and match up the seams.
So the next step is to cut away the sides?
Yes.
Okay.
It's already folded.
Okay.
So, since it's flat, so it's easy to see where the side seam should be.
Okay.
So just take your scissors
Cut
and
right up.
cut right up the edge. So now we have two pieces, a
Yep.
front and a back.
So now we're gonna create the laces that'll tie it all together?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how do we do that?
The 1/2 inch, like we used before, is a measuring tool with your finger.
Okay.
We're gonna cut a strip along each side, and that's gonna be our shoelace. Cut a 1/2 inch, stopping about 1 inch before you get to the armhole. Now leave these strips to the side, just to remind yourself, keep them all the way away from the t-shirt. So we don't cut those, we're gonna use those as our laces.
Okay.
And then we're gonna cut the bottom off. Next we need to cut holes down the side of each seam of the shirt.
So we can lace it up like this?
You can lace it up, just like a tennis shoe.
Yeah, like shoes, just...
Exactly.
Cool.
To cut the holes, I'll show you a very easy way to do that.
Okay.
You need holes that are symmetrical on both sides. You can fold it in half and then in half again to cut the hole. And then with sharp scissors, just snip it off. It's a great way to keep a nice clean cut and to keep your fingers free from the scissors. You do that all the way down about 1 inch apart on both sides.
Okay.
So now we have lace holes and laces.
Okay.
These strips, just pull it. Not too hard so you don't break it.
Okay.
And it should roll up so it makes like a string. And then just treat these holes just like tennis shoes.
Start at the top and work your way down?
Yep.
And now I go over on this side?
Over the top.
I always wanted to know how to make those shirts in a movie. Because I was just like, I thought they were so cool, you know? So I'm so glad I get to learn how. So we did it. They're both laced up.
They're laced
on
up.
each side. So,
Tie a knot at the bottom
oh, okay.
so that they don't come unlaced.
I see. So a knot at each bottom.
Make sure it's good and snug. Now comes the fun part.
What's the fun part? The beads. Yes.
Leftover
go.
fabric,
All right.
we're gonna use to make strips 1/2 inch.
Okay. So now we have all these different little strips, shoestring. See how we stretched them so they're like long and
Wispy.
wispy, if you will.
So just grab a bunch of strings.
Grab like a handful of them.
They can be all different lengths, there's no measuring. And then you just tie them right at the very top seam of your sleeve. Like I said, it's not meant to look perfect.
What's cool is that, there's not really any rules. You just need your basic instructions how to start it, and then from there you can just use like your imagination. So cool. Everybody can do their own. Whatever your flair is, you can add it. So how do you add the beads? You just basically string them through and...
I kind of roll it up so I can get a good little point on the string and just thread them through.
This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course, my pleasure.
I would have probably still been struggling with my first bead if it wasn't for her.
Once you thread a bunch of beads on, and you just tie a knot at the end.
And that holds them on?
And that holds them on.
Now, can I wash this? Like, do the beads stay on if I just wash it and everything?
Yes, yes.
Really?
I would recommend hand washing though.
Oh, really? Okay.
Treat it very delicately because we've trimmed off all of the seams and the serging like we spoke about before.
Right.
So it will fray if you don't take good care of it.
Okay, so hand washing, like
Hand
cold
washing,
water.
let it air dry.
That's good to know. So I'm gonna continue to struggle over here with the beads while she shows you another swift, cool trick on how to put the rhinestones on.
This is called Jewel It. It is a permanent glue for fabric, which means that once you wash it several times, then the rhinestone should stay on. Again, you can buy this glue at most craft stores. And the rhinestones as well. The rhinestones come in glass and acrylic. Glass are a little more expensive, but a little more sparkly.
Oh yeah, okay.
Usually a rhinestone will just stick to your finger, so you just let it sit on your finger upside down.
Okay.
Just take a toothpick and a little bit of glue, and just touch it.
So you don't need too much glue, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm gonna put one on his eye.
That sounds neat.
He has a twinkling eye.
Ooh, cool. From the beginning, it should take you about an hour to an hour and a half once you've decorated and let the rhinestones dry.
Okay.
And now we have our finished product.
Very nice.
A very fun
nice.
retro t-shirt.
So as you can see, like this one's been a little more fitted, and that's kind of what we were showing you earlier, how you can cut away some of the fabric to make it fit you, whatever your size is. But I would love to see that on you. Love to.
Okay, I'll try it on.
Cool. Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Jackie, look, you look great in this shirt.
Thank you.
It fits you perfect. Right on. So you can make these shirts at home with your friends, alone. You can just get into your imagination and do whatever you want.
Have fun, be creative. It's easy. It's not as hard as it looks.
Yes. So thank you so much for letting us show you how to make the shirts from Crossroads. I hope you guys have fun.